Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Emyrichy Stitches. Thank you for the views, thank you for the subscription. Please don't still fail to keep sharing the video and also subscribe. Today's tutorial, I'm going to take you on how to cut and sew 6-piece skirt. But before we start, I'm going to introduce, first of all, I'm going to show you the parameters I'm going to use, the measurements we're going to use for the illustration. The full length, the hips line, the hips, the knee length, and the waist. The knee length is from the shape, from the waist where the person wants the skirt to start to the knee, as in 1 inch above the knee, while the hips line is from the waist to the hip bone where the hip of the person starts. So we're going to start work. Here, the fabric I'm using here is Ankara fabric and is 6 yards. So we're going to use 3 yards for this. The 3 yards left is for the blouse. It's going to be blouse and skirt, but I'm here to just to illustrate only the skirt for now, 6-piece skirt. So we're going to start work. So you're going to start by folding the fabric like what I'm going to do now. You fold it into 2. But sorry, before you fold it, there's a calculation for this. So I'm going to show you the calculation. How to calculate your own 6-piece skirt. You just divide the hips by 4. For example, my hips here was 47. Sorry, you divide it by 6. And I had 47 divided by 6, I had 7.8. Then, after having the 7.8, you divide it again by 2. Thereby having 3.9. Then, with the 3.9 you have, you add 1 inch. It will give you 4.9. Approximating it, you have 5. So, I'm going to get there. But the folding, as you're going to fold it, it depends on the wideness of the down part, how you want it to be, how wide you want the down part of your pieces skirt to be. So that's what you will determine your folding. Some people take it 10, so that when they open it up, it will be 20, depending on the person's hips as well. Now, if you're taking 10 for the down part, you calculate 10 times 6 is going to give you 60. So see, this is almost like 11 and a half. Now, the 60 that we're talking about, I mean the down part, how flowing you want it to be. You can adjust your fabric to 10. Like I said, I'm using 10 for this, my client, because our hips is 47. And 47 here, if you subtract 47 from 60, you're going to have this thing with allowance. There will be enough allowance that will accommodate the flowing very well down. So I'm going to take 10 for my down part. The previous calculation I had told you about is how you're going to mark it on the fabric. What I showed you is how you're going to mark it on the fabric. Okay, after having this, the down part, how flowing you want it to be, what you're going to do is that you mark out the knee length. The knee length here is 18, as you've seen here on in the paper. The knee length is 18. You exempt this border. Knee length here is 18. Then from the 18, you mark your full length. Please, you start with full length first. Mark your full length. The full length here is 40. Full length of my client is 40. You mark your 40 inches. You can use ruler. Straighten the line. Then with the 40 inches you mark out, you are going to add 2 inches allowance. This is for bending or for your turning, if you're using lining to turn it to make it to have a neat work. But if you're bending, you put 2 inches allowance. So this is what you have. You can use your ruler as well to rule it out. You can have a straight. Like I said, this is the main length and this is the allowance. Then you have your knee length from your waist to the knee length. Don't forget what I said. This depends on how wide you want the down part to be. So we're going to set to work. After having your knee length and this, and that's when you do your calculation. which is, like I said previously, the hips divided by 6. Then you now divide what your hands are by 2. Then the answer you have after dividing by 2, you add 1 inch then you approximate it. In our own case, we had 5, so we're going to start marking it out. So I'll mark here 5. I'll continue marking 5. I'll connect the lines and I'll mark 5. Or you can use ruler so you can have a straight line. Then on coming to the knee length, I'll subtract half. Some people subtract 1, but I'll suggest you subtract half to come in by half, so that when you join it will return to 4 to have that knee length effect. Like I said, how you determine this knee length is from your shoulder, is from your shape on the waist where the person wants to place the skirt to 1 inch above the knee. So you're going to subtract 1 half, sorry, to come in. We had 5, we had marked out our 5. Here is going to be 4 half, and we have 4 half here. So you still mark your 5 here. Don't forget, on the knee length you have 4 half, but the rest, the other part, you have your 5. You connect the lines. This is what you will have: 5, then 4.5. You see, we've come in. And you now use your ruler. We have a Mentellos ruler, which is long. Sorry, I'm not in my shop. I would have used that. So you connect it to the down part of the pen you already have, which is, this is the place. You connect it. Make sure you connect the line. You now have this. You round this very well so it will not be so sharp. You can see the lines already. Please use a ruler and make it very straight, because this effect and this thing is supposed to be the one to determine how effective it will be. You've been seeing some people wear pieces and it's come curvy. The pieces, instead of looking straight and nice, slant and nice as it's supposed to be, it looks curvy. So you use ruler to make sure you rule it out neatly so that you don't have that curvy look. This is just for one panel. What you have for just one panel. And then after ruling this to have this, you round the down part. It's just for you to place your tape here. You already had the 2 inches in which we had. You mark it up here. Then you round it to this line of your full length. You've seen my rounding. The fabric is shifting. Round it. This is what you have. Then you cut it out. Cut this. Remember I had said this is not included. Cut it out. Okay, you now have the first panel, which if I open it up, see how it looks. And this is going to serve as your center panel. You're going to place this and still keep on bringing out others till you have 6 of these. So I'm going to show you that now too. So after having this, you shift it aside, then fold your fabric again. This time, after folding, you're going to add 1 inch behind here, just 1 inch behind. And you place your already cut panel, the first one, on it. Turn it upside down this time, so you won't waste your fabric. So you can see the allowance down here is too much, so I'm going to pull it out. Let me make sure I have 1 inch. I think I have 1 inch now. Up to 1 inch. I need up to 1 inch. Please make sure you arrange it well. And the 1 inch, you're going to put it behind here, not in front. You can use your pin to pin it down. You can also allow it as you wish. You use your tape to make sure it is all 1 inch. You see, 1. We have 1. We have 1. We have 1. 1. That is it. Having the 1, you just cut it out. Now you continue the same procedure. Use the one with the 1 inch to place and bring out others till you have your desired 6. But I'm going to still show you that too. We're going to place this. We have the second panel now. We're going to place it to bring out. We're going to use this one to bring out others. Remember the first one I brought out, like I said, I did not add 1. I told you that it's going to serve as the center panel here. Whereas this one will serve as the sides till we get to the one with the zipper, which is the back part. So I'm going to still fold it again to bring out others. Like I said, the one with the 1 inch is what we're going to place, use now to place on the fabric to bring out others. You've seen it, I've placed it already. Then I'm going to cut it out. The one with the 1 inch, not the one with the center. The one I added 1 inch, that's what I used to place to bring out others now. Like it's well placed as you've seen. I'm going to still cut it out. think apart from the center, we now have up to 5 panels now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now to bring out the last one, we're going to still use the center, the one we had previously, to bring out the last one, which comes with the zipper behind. We're going to use the first one, the first panel we brought out, to determine the last one. If your fabric is not sufficient, you can use the 5 you brought in, the one you added 1 inch. There's nothing bad in that. You can still use this one. Then what you have to do is just to sew your zipper and stop somewhere. Then you now come in like, for example, you sew your zipper. I'm going to show you 2 methods now. You're going to, like me, I use long zipper for the skirt, and the waist is going to be, I'm going to use elastic by the sides. Now you can as well take your zipper up to 8. Then from the 8 you mark out like zipper allowance. I always keep only 1 inch. If I'm turning, I use 1.5. If I'm turning it all around with lining, I use 1/2. But if I'm not turning, like this one, I'm using it to show you, just I'm illustrating something for you so that you can know what to do. Now you can still use this. After marking out your 8 inches like is here, and the zipper is 1, or what you have to do is that at this ankle place, at this knee length, you just come in here by 2/2. Mark it out by 2/2. Mark it in by 2/2. You've seen what I've done. What you have to do is just come in here, then you now go out again. Is what you have to cut. You cut here out. It's your choice. You might decide to leave it, but you can cut here out if you don't have enough fabric while you put your zip, so you can have that knocking effect behind, so that you can have the fittings behind. You come in by the knee length by 2/2, like I said. Then you draw your line right from the 1 here to slant, then you join it with the 2/2, and then still come out again. You take it till you join the end. So if you don't wish to use this method, if you have enough fabric, you can as well place the center like what I'm about doing now. But I'm not going to bring out the tail effect because my client does not want that. I'm just placing this here to bring out another one. This is the back part. The center back is what I'm going to show you now. You place it here like this, opposite. Place your fabric like this in an opposite direction. Then you mark it by connect it. You can decide to put your 1 inch here, or you use the other side, anyhow you want. 1, but I added mine here. Like, let me say this will save like the zipper allowance. 1. Please make sure you do it straight. Just the only thing you need is just be marking out 1. Then you bring it in here, like I already said. Connect it in here. You come in just by half here. You see what I took was not much. It's just by half, but others were 1 by half. You come in by half, sorry. Then you draw it out till the end. That's what will happen. Then after doing that, please don't fail to mark where you started here, because if you turn the fabric, there's going to be a great change too. So you now turn it to place in an opposite direction. Now pull it down. Like I said, if you're not careful, you're going to move out. Like I'd already taken here like my zipper allowance, so I'm not going to add anything here. It's my wish. I'm not going to add anything. I'm just taking it direct. If you wish to use this side like a zipper allowance, you can come and add here, but I had already chosen this way, so I'm not adding anything here. It's your decision, you know. I'm going to draw it out the exact way I saw it. Then I'm going to round the down part to where we have this. So we're going to cut it. That's all for the back. We're going to cut it out now. I'm going to cut it out. So now the back will come with 2 panels already, like it will be open compared to others that were joined, because this way you have the zipper allowance and everything. I'm going to cut out here. I can't really see this point, so I'm going to shift the fabric so I can see it well. Okay, once you're done cutting, now for the back here, you see you have two panels for the back. You join it with your zipper and you close it, then you open it up here. See how the back will look. It has this effect already behind. Some of the pieces I've been seeing, some people will just open it for the zip. They will just bring out everything and open for the zip without it having this effect behind. So this is how it will look like. That's for the back. Then you use the sides to place too. After closing the side and the back, sorry, you place this by the sides. This for one side. I wish the table is big enough to accommodate. That's for one side. That's how it will look. Okay, this is what you have for the back part. As you can see, this for the center and the other side, the two sides. You've seen the effect of the broadness of this thing, the down part, how we want it to be. Now I'm going to take the back part now out. Remember, we did not slope this thing, the waist. The thing doesn't have anything like waist. Sometimes I always tell my students, I like telling them they should join it first before, when you're taking your shape, you create this. But on your own, you cannot as well create this without joining. It's just for you to place. You see what I'm doing? You can decide to take 2 to still accommodate the waist, to still accommodate your client. But here in my own case, I'm going to take only 1 inch. So I'm going to slope it like this so that I will know which one is the side and which one is it. So you can see, you do same too to the front. This is the back part. You've seen it already. It comes so that you know the waist comes out like the waist. Then I'll not mix it up. You know the one that goes for this other side and one that goes for this other side. So you do same to the front panel too. Then you join them. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed. You learned something. Please, don't fail to subscribe and click on the notification button to be notified. This is what we have for the front panel. I have showed you the back panel already. So this is the front panel. What you have, as you can see, this one doesn't have any division, but the back panel had division. Just after, when you pull it like here, join here to here, see the effect already down there. You do same here, you still see the effect already down there. This is how it will look like, see? And the broadness. Thank you very much for watching. Don't fail to subscribe.